Welcome to news from Northwood University. I'm Kate Hessling here with my co-host, Dan Goodell.
Greeting Timberwolf Territory. We have a special guest with us here to talk about this year's class of Distinguished Women Honorees.
Northwood has a rich history of recognizing the enormous contributions of women, and we are approaching our 54th year of our Distinguished Women's Awards program.
That's right. We're here with Northwood University's First Lady, Mary Ellen MacPhee, to talk about this year's class. But first, let's talk about the awards themselves.
So, Dan, the awards themselves, women are awarded because of their recognition of excellence, and they are truly committed to free enterprise as well as freedom and personal responsibility, the values that are espoused at Northwood University.
This year's honorees really do exemplify a wide array of success in numerous industries, from public health, journalism, to outdoor recreation and law. Tell us a little more about them.
Well, we have a great lineup this year. We have 6 women who will be honored. The first is Alex Kroll-Seeloff, who's a founder of the Detroit Metropolitan Women. And then followed by that, we have Mary Ellen Hess, who's Executive Vice President of Business Development for Corporate Travel Management, who's an alum at Northwood. We have Gail Perry Mason coming from us from Detroit, who's the founder of Money Matters for Youth. And locally, we have Lydia Watson, who is the president and CEO of My Michigan Health. Amy Wilson, who's also a local, is the general counsel and corporate secretary for Dow. New this year, we have a Distinguished Young Women Award awarded by our very own Brooke Vanderkellen Alba from Midland, Michigan, who's vice president of sales and marketing for Snow Machines.
Fun fact, I actually have a familial connection with one of the distinguished women honorees this year, although that had no bearing on her selection, obviously. But I was so pleased to see Alice Kroll-Seeloff on the list because she truly inspired me when I was a young child. Her former husband was a pilot at the Detroit aviation section with my dad. And I remember as Alice was growing in her journalism career, going from Crane's business to starting her own publication, Detroit Metropolitan Women. And I remember thinking, I want to do that. I want to be like that. So very, very inspiring. Can you tell us a little bit more about each honoree?
Absolutely. So I have a close connection with Mary Ellen Hess. She's the co-chair of the Distinguished Women Committee, and she's an executive in the travel industry, but she's also a board member of our board of trustees, and she is an alum of Northwood. Lydia Watson, it's pretty exciting this year because 3 of our honorees are local to Midland, and Lydia being one of them is our CEO and president of My Michigan Health. And from an early age, she wanted to become a doctor helping others. And she not only helps others in her field, but she's also a volunteer in our community and does a lot within the Midland community. Gail Perry Mason, coming to us, as I said, from Detroit, is a prolific speaker and an author of 2 books, Money Matters for Families and Girl, Make Your Money Grow. So excited to learn more about that from Gail when she comes to Midland. Brooke Vanderkellen Alba, who is our Distinguished Young Women's Award this year. She immersed herself in her job as her family-owned business, and looking forward to seeing her and meeting her and learning more about what she does in her profession. Amy Wilson, General Counsel and Corporate Secretary at Dow. She's worked for Dow for over 20 years and really great, and love that Amy is an advocate for inclusion, diversity, and equity. Alice Kroll-Seeloff, who Kate has a personal story and a connection with, is a 2-time alum to Northwood, and she's really excited to be here with us and share her stories. And I'm looking forward to hearing about her lineage and time that she has spent at Northwood. She'll have many stories to share. So these women are excited. We're excited to have them, and we're so looking forward to hearing their stories.
Right? Talk about an inspiring lineup. When I think of Distinguished Women Awards, I think inspiration, because that's what these honorees do for our university community, particularly for our students who have a special relationship with these honorees. Can you tell us a little bit more about that dynamic?
Absolutely. So our students are the gem of this event. So they will come in and they will meet with our honorees. They'll interview them. They'll gather some background information. So when they introduce them at the gala, we'll know more about these women through our student voice. Not only are they an inspiration for our students, they also offer mentorship for our students. And there are many opportunities that our students have been given in the past as far as internships, and people have come out and received jobs from these partnerships at these GW events. So it's really important for these students as well as these women. There's a co-relationship that happens and lifelong. So it's really interesting to see that grow over the years.
That's wonderful. And the students and the honorees all come together in this gala to be able to raise funds for future Timberwolves. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Absolutely. That's what we're really proud of. So we're in our 54th year of the Distinguished Women's Award, and over 60 young individuals have received scholarships, and we've raised over $90,000. And this money is for those students who potentially could not have attended Northwood, but because of the scholarships that we're raising, the scholarship funds, they're able to come to Northwood and would love for them to be part of the Distinguished Women's. We've also honored them and had them be at this event.
This is such a fantastic event where students and honorees get to come together. Can you tell us a little bit more about what actually occurs at the event?
Sure. So the event takes place on October the 28th here in downtown Midland in our very own beautiful H Hotel. It starts at 6 o'clock. We start with cocktail hour, and then at 7 o'clock the program will start. But before the program, we have Taylor, an alum to Northwood, who's going to be our violinist for the cocktail hour. So it's going to be beautiful to hear her. The program starts at 7, as I said, and will run roughly till 9 o'clock. And then at 9 o'clock, we'll have a candy bar, Halloween, candy bar set up for everyone to network and to touch base with people that they may not have had the opportunity to do during the evening. So really great event. Many people love it, and it's going to be fantastic.
Yes, it sounds like it's going to be a very sweet occasion with that candy bar. And what a sweet time this has been today here at News from Northwood University. We have a variety of podcast plans in the works here at Northwood this year, including a new series hosted by Dr. Kristen Stahauer, our provost. She will give listeners a gateway to understand the groundbreaking research, innovative teaching, and real-world impact of Northwood's esteemed faculty members. These enlightening conversations will bridge the gap between academia and industry and provide valuable insights into the world of business and beyond.
We're also bringing back the popular series Keeping Up with the Pack that's produced by students here at Northwood. We have a new series in development as well that will be a deep dive into what is Northwood, as well as the Northwood idea and more. We'll post these podcasts on all major platforms, including Northwood University's YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe to the latest and greatest from Timberwolf Territory and search Northwood University on YouTube.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mary Ellen.
Thanks, Kate. Thanks, Dan. It was wonderful. And I'm just going to plug the last date, October 28th, H Hotel, Distinguished Women's Awards Gala. Looking forward to seeing you there.
Thanks so much, Mary Ellen. And if you want more information or to get tickets for Northwood's Distinguished Women Gala, you can go to northwood.edu/DW/awards. Again, that's northwood.edu/DW/awards.
Thanks for tuning in, Timberwolves.